Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Melinda. And if you're new here, think about hitting the subscribe button. We'd love to have you join our family. This was a request, and so I wanted to get it up and on so the person who needs this can get the projects done quickly. Alright, so today we are going to do a mini head with a border cut out. So the person who is doing this wants to make a shirt, and they're going to use a vinyl HTV to make their shirt, and you don't really want to layer it on top of each layer. You want to weed it, which is cutting out each section and then layering it on the shirt. In order to do that, I'm going to bring my mini head into my Silhouette Studio. Now I have the Silhouette Studio Business Edition, but I'm not going to do anything today that you need that edition. You just can do this on the basic Silhouette Studio. I already have Silhouette opened. I need to bring in my Minnie Mouse head. So I'm going to go over here to the left, right where my little book is for my library, because I already have a mini head uploaded into my system. If you do not already have a mini head uploaded into your system, then go watch my video on how to upload into Silhouette. Alright, so when I click on library, sometimes you have to click on my own designs, but it's already there. And then here is my mini head that I'm going to use. So I double click on it and it brings it into my canvas, my cutting canvas. This is an 8.5 by 11 size cutting canvas. You can make it 12 by 12, whatever your sizing that you would like to do. But we are going to cut on vinyl. It's not a print and cut, we're cutting on vinyl. So the only thing that really matters is the sizing of the object. Now, this is for a shirt, so I'm just going to leave my object this big. It is a 6-inch object, or Minnie Mouse, and it's counting it from the top of the bow to the bottom of the head. If you want to change your sizing on the Minnie Mouse head, you can either take one of these squares and move it forward backwards, or you can click on the item you want to size, go up to the top bar where it says Object, click Object, go to Scale. It's going to open the scale for you. Over on the right side where it says width and height, this is where we can change the sizing. So say I want the height 6.5 inches, it will change it for you over here. Now, as long as this is checked, lock aspect is checked, when you change the height, it will coordinate the width for the right dimensions. If this is not checked, you uncheck it and you change the height, it will only change the height. But I want Minnie to be proportionate, so I'm keeping the locked aspect on. I am going to change her to 6 inches height just so I can show you the weeding aspect that was requested. Alright. So when you go to do this and you make your shirt, or you're making some type of vinyl, it's the one that sticks to objects, not just the HTV, you want to make sure the item is the size you want before you start. Because once you start, and then you're like, ooh, that's not the size I want. Sometimes it's difficult to get all the items back together, and you have to size everything at the same time. Alright, so I am going to have a 6-inch height mini head. That's what I want. And then I want to put an HTV silver border around the Minnie head. In order to do this, you click on your Minnie head, make sure the box is around it, go up to your toolbar right here on the top right, and we're going to click on this one right here that is the offset window. It also does inset, but it's called offset window. I'm clicking on that, and here on our right hand side now it has offset or the internal offset, which is the inset. I'm going to offset it because I want to put a border around my Minnie head. So I clicked offset. Now, how big do I want this border? That is the next question before you hit enter. It's on the right hand side right here where it says distance. It sets it automatically at a 0.125. You can make it smaller or bigger. So if I make it smaller, you can see it's going in. Can you see it going in? Moving, moving, moving. It's tighter, 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 tighter. And if I make it bigger, so let's make it bigger than 1.25, you will see that the offset is getting bigger around the bow and the head. It's a bigger offset. So you need to decide when you're doing this, how much of a border do you want? Do you want a thin border? You need it less than 0.125. If you want a big border, then you need it more than that. For this example, I'm just going to put it back to the 1.25. There it is. Okay. Great. That looks fantastic. That's exactly what I want. I click off on the gray area to let it know I am done with the offset. I'm done. That's what I want. Now, I am going to move my Minnie head out of the way for a moment. If you click in the middle or click on the side, you're not going to grab it. You need to grab this offset and you need to click on the line, the red line. I am going to go up here to the right hand side bar again and color. This is fill color in. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to change it to gray so we can see what we're doing. Plus the person who requested this is going to do a gray glitter outline, so this way they can see what it looks like. I do not know what colors they are doing the Minnie head, but this is what the colors they are going to do for the outline. Now you still see the red outline right here. And if you're not doing a print and cut, we're just cutting it out. That red outline does not really even matter. But I want to keep it gray, so we go back up to the right hand side of the bar. We do where the lines are the color lines, not the black and white lines, the color. You click on that, and that will change our line color. I'm going to change it to match to the gray. Alright, so this is just for visual. The outside line is just for visual. In order to cut out this Minnie head from this, you do need to fill this offset with some color. It doesn't matter what color it is because you're going to cut it out in whatever your vinyl is. So whatever the vinyl color is, this does not have to match, but this does need to be a color in order to do this process. So I could have clicked on this and put brown. Oops, that's outline side. Hold on. Go back up to fill. I could have done brown and done this procedure. I could do red and do this procedure. It does not matter the color because your HTV is going to be the color you actually cut it out on. But it does need to be filled with some color. Okay. Next step is we take our Minnie head and we place it back on top of our offset. If you want to make sure it is centered before we do this procedure, because this is how it's going to look when you cut it out and iron it on your shirt, you highlight all of it, go up to the top bar where it says object, align, line, center, middle, and it will line it exactly correct. See, now the offset is the same all the way around. Okay, now we have it set. We are going to make our outline to cut on our HTV. Highlight once again all the items you want. So I want the mini head and I want the offset. I highlighted both. I go up to the top again and hit object. And then I'm going to go down to modify. I actually want to see over on my right hand side of my screen, I want to see all the options. This way it will help you with all the different ones. We're going to do a subtract all, but I'm going to come down here and do modify options. And it comes over here onto my right hand side, so you can see exactly what you're doing. What weld is, intersect, subtract, crop, all of them. For this project, you hit subtract all. Okay, when we go back over here and we click on the mini head, bam! We now have our border, okay? To make sure this cuts out as a border, we click on just the silver. Up in our toolbars, go all the way over to this second line right here and click on this pin. It is the cut settings. We're telling it how do we want it cut. And it already knew for us, which is great. That's exactly how we want it cut. We want the middle to be cut out and the outside to be cut out. So we have the border. That is perfect. That's exactly what you want it to look like. And if it doesn't have this, then you hit the cut right here, which tells you you want inside and out. Now the mini, which should be an SVG. I did not pull SVG. But usually I'll cut out the bow in one color and then the head in another. So to get those lines off again, I'm just going to click on the fill. Alright, and that, my friends, is how you make the outside layer. You would put it on, you would count the vinyl that you need, put the vinyl on, go over to the cut settings, click on it again. Great, it's on the right cut. Then you come down here in the box and you pick what you are going to cut out. There is a vinyl. We can pick the glow in the dark vinyl. You can pick, it's the vinyl, wherever the vinyl is, and I just missed the glow in the dark one. I have it set on stickers because I'm doing stickers right now. So you click on the vinyl. It tells you the number you need to set your blade, tells you speed, everything, and then send to silhouette, and it will cut this out for you. When you're done with that, then you cut the next item and next item and next item. Alright. That was a how-to on how to create a vinyl border or HTV border or a layering border for a Minnie Mouse head. Please let me know if you need anything else to get this project done. I will be more than happy to do another video to make sure that you get what you need to make this project. Alright everyone,